And hello and welcome everyone. This is our live vlog on our look back. And I want to welcome to the chat Ronnie Johansson Bex, Brendan Gaming, of course Brendan's right here, Nathan the Tim Bodyguard. How are you all doing tonight on this Halloween weekend? You guys gonna dress up in something scary, I hope? So what we're going to do here, kind of just going on the whim of things, nothing's rehearsed. It's going to be rough around the edges, as we always are, rough around the edges. We are the Shantyboys. I'm being joined by Brendan Gaming, Mr. T-Bone, and Cece. Welcome, guys, to the vlog. So, I guess we'll get things started. Mr. T-Bone, got a question for you. How did you get started in map creation for FS19?
FDR.
FDR gave him his inspiration. And so did you just start making a map, or did you do a lot of research first?
I've done a lot of research.
Awesome. And we'll get into some more discussion later about that. But Mr. T-Bone made his first map, Logging in the Hollers. And as you heard him say, he learned a lot of stuff through research and asking questions and everything like that. But anyway, his first map, Logging in the Hollers, has big trees on it. Had no cell points. And is that because you didn't know how to put in cell points, or didn't know that at the time, or what?
I didn't know how to do that.
Right. Right. That's understandable. I mean, when we we'll talk a little bit about my first map too, St. Croix Flowage. I don't have a video on that. I never did a video on my own map. I enjoyed making videos for my friends, Mr. T-Bone and Silver Eagle, but St. Croix Flowage, I was very rough around the edges. Mr. T-Bone taught me how to make maps and took me under his wing. And we'll get into that here. But I want to show you I got a teaser video for each of the maps that we did. And I'm going to show you that. But without further ado, I'm going to show you a video, Logging in the Hollers. That was our first map, or Mr. T-Bone's first map logging in haulers. I hope everybody enjoyed that. That's my first video I made for Mr. T-Bone, and we didn't start having Farmer Cop make videos yet, so we were making our own videos, or I was making videos for Mr. T-Bone. And now you made your own trees, right, T-Bone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And
Yeah.
what is the process for making a texture on a tree? What do you have to have?
Making you have to have the texture is one.
Hmm.
So the different type of textures on different trees. So you have to have that. Then you'll have to have a couple of different programs.
Hmm.
And then you can slap that texture on that tree after exporting that item
Hmm.
into editor and stuff like that.
That is very cool. That is very cool. How many different trees did you have on logging and haulers?
I don't remember really. It's been so long. I think between 4 and 6,
Okay,
something like
cool.
that.
I know they were big trees. You had to use FDR's equipment because that's what people were asking for, correct?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now we go to Muddy Creek. Muddy Creek was your second map, I believe, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken. They kind of get out of order after this, but Muddy Creek is just basically a map with insane hills, a lot of yarding work. You use a yarder, FDR's yarder. Big trees again, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then you also did new textures on trees.
Yes, sir.
And then you also learned a little bit about putting some cell points in, like a log cell point, correct?
Yeah, I learned a little bit about the shop
Hmm.
and the vehicle, system, and just the point, supplements and stuff
Right,
like that.
right.
That's when I learned about.
So Muddy Creek does not have any water in it, and so it's a dry creek bed. However,
Yeah,
now we have a map, our map in a group maps. It's Muddy Creek Remastered. Muddy Creek Remastered
yeah,
has water in it. It's muddy water, very muddy water, and has the same type of trees. I think did you redo the trees in the remastered version?
yeah. I redone all the trees in them.
Hmm. And you put new
Yeah,
textures in and everything, new grass in.
yeah.
So
And
I tell you what, Mr. T-Bone is a master texturist. And let me stop right here. Chat. So chat, if you have any questions, type them in chat, and we'll be free to answer. If you have any questions about anything about map making or anything that we've done with our maps, just put it in chat. We'd love to hear from you. And so we're going to take a look at Muddy Creek right now. Muddy Creek is Mr. T-Bone's second map. All right, that is that was an awesome video. I love Muddy Creek. We played on that a few times, and Andrew, hello. How are you doing, Andrew Bedard? Hello. We're doing a little vlog here. If you have any questions about our maps or anything, we're showcasing kind of a look back at all our maps we made, and playing a little teaser video of it. But Muddy Creek, that was awesome. Me and Mr. T-Bone did that one New Year's Eve, and we were yarding, and it was quite the chore. We had trees everywhere, and then pulling them up through the other trees, and but anyway, that was Muddy Creek. Then we go to Dead Man's Ridge, and this is where it really piqued my attention in map making. And I think I gave Mr. T-Bone asked me late one night, and he said, "Matt, what do you think I should put in a map?" I said, "I think you ought to put in a cemetery." So at the beginning of this video, my video techniques are like crude at best, and so the part where I'm talking, you'll have to listen very carefully. I do a little talk, Dead Man's Ridge, and I have some home footage of my grandfather logging with some friends of his in the north woods of Wisconsin in the winter, which is pretty cool. Now, Dead Man's Ridge, of course, has large trees again, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then he retextured everything, and he even added a scary object on the map, and you'll get to see that, so it's pretty cool. So, is there anything else you want to say about Dead Man's Ridge?
No, it's when all the really focused on when all the sell points really started coming into play.
Right. Cool. All right, well, we're going to take a look at Dead Man's Ridge, and if, like I said, again, Chad, if you have any questions, let us know, and we can answer them. Even a question for Brennan. Brennan just sitting there. Brennan, how are you?
I'm doing good.
You're doing good. Awesome. Brennan made a map. He made a map, Cataract Falls.
Yeah.
And with the help of Mr. T-Bone and myself and Silver Eagle. Silver Eagle even helped with the waterfall. The waterfall. And Brennan's Cataract Falls can be found on our website. All these maps can be found on our website. And let's see, Bex, if you're still in chat, can you go to the Shantyboys Map Creations Discord and pull that website link? If not, I can try to do it, but that would be great. Let's see. So we're going to take a look at Dead Man's Ridge. In the 1960s, logging was a hard and dangerous occupation. Even with the advancement of modern equipment, it continues to be one of the most dangerous professions today. Lumberjacks work in a variety of conditions, such as adverse weather and steep, rocky terrain. Equipment malfunctions and long hours take its toll on many men. Safety is paramount when it comes to falling timber. Lumberjacks are family and watch each other's backs. Unfortunately, accidents do happen, and many lumberjacks have lost their lives doing what they love. Mr. T-Bone strives to capture on a daily basis with his new map, Dead Man's Ridge. From the flat ground, gentle hills, to steep terrain, you choose. Try logging in a variety of weather, as this map is seasons ready. Dead Man's Ridge is a tribute to all the fallen loggers. All right. And that there at the very end was the state of Kentucky flag, the state flag of Kentucky, which everybody knows by now that Mr. T-Bone is from Kentucky. And was Dead Man's Ridge kind of inspired anywhere around you, or?
It's a couple little places around here that kind of, piqued my attention. Like, we have some campsites that the Army and National Guards will go and camp and
Right,
set up
right.
their flags. And, yeah,
Cool,
yeah.
cool. Well, that map got a lot of attention from a lot of Mr. T-Bone's friends that he shared the video to. People really touched them because they had family who were lumberjacks or loggers and they had died, and they thought that was really cool. I remember you telling me that.
That's so true.
That's awesome. And then looks like you put water in the map, so he started playing. Mr. T-Bone started playing around with water, the way it flows and everything. You can manipulate that in Giants Editor, manipulate it and do different things with it. And you can put different colors in the water, correct?
Yeah, you can change color a little.
Change the color and make it look like it's flowing faster, correct?
Yes, sir.
Cool, cool. Hello, Harley, and welcome, Julia. Thank you for posting that link. So we're doing a look back, and if you have any questions during this vlog, make sure you ask questions. We'd love to hear your questions, like about maps. So it was around this time, Dead Man's Ridge. I said, Mr. T-Bone, and he said, what? I said, would you help me make my map? But I didn't say it like Silver, though. Would you help me with my map?
Yeah.
But anyway, Mr. T-Bone took me under his wing. I made St. Croix Flowage. Unfortunately, I do not have a video for St. Croix Flowage. We also, I think we also, maybe around after I made St. Croix Flowage, found Farmer Cop. He had 2,000 followers, and he started doing a lot of our first look videos. So kind of was hit and miss after this. We still made videos, but it was kind of hit and miss. Farmer Cop did a lot of our first look videos, and we really appreciated Farmer Cop. And again, Mr. T-Bone, and both of us, I think we were inspired by FDR, and then we're inspired by each other, and we feed off each other's energy. Like we have ideas, we just share it back and forth, and it kind of works. So the next map is Wolf Hills. Wolf Hills is another map of Mr. T-Bone's, and it's good to see you, Julia. It's been a while. And that's from Harley Quinn. Wolf Hills is, Mr. T-Bone did some pretty cool things with this map, with the design. He has a bridge going over, like a rock bridge going over the top of things, and I believe this is the map I'm thinking of. And that's a cool map. So we're going to watch Wolf Hills. And again, if you guys got questions, please put them in chat, and we'll be more than happy to answer them.
I had big trees on that one too.
Yeah, big trees on that one too. Here we go. I was a little off the ball there. I came in kind of late there. But anyway, man, that was awesome map. And that map, I noticed, T-Bone, you played around with textures on the leaves. So you made some of those pine trees look like they were fall foliage on them, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is awesome. And something else I probably should add, St. Croix Flowage. We'll go back to St. Croix Flowage. So what inspired me on St. Croix Flowage? St. Croix Flowage is a flowage up in northern Wisconsin. And I've been there many, many times. And I actually went on to an aerial view of the map and looked at it, and that's how I came up with the design on St. Croix Flowage. So that was on my first map. Cece, are you there? Cece, are you still in voice?
Yeah, I am. No, I'm here.
Can you ask me some questions about Daylight in the Swamp? Because that's our next map.
Yeah, let me go ahead and look at it again.
You got any questions for me, T-Bone? Daylight in the Swamp?
Yeah. One question I wanted to ask was that based on a place that around you or inspired you to make?
It was based on a place in northern Wisconsin again. I don't think the swamp was that extensive. I wanted to do a swamp map, but I wanted a cool name. And Daylight in the Swamp, my mom, when she was younger, when her and her sisters were sleeping upstairs, her dad would come to the bottom of the stairs and said, "Rise and shine, daylight in the swamp, time to get up." So my mom, that's where I got that saying. So daylight in the swamp. And then also, I have a relative in Wisconsin that had an actual piece of land called, it was a hunt where they hunted, and there was a hunting cabin there in northern Wisconsin. It was called Daylight in the Swamp, which is pretty cool.
Well,
It's really cool.
that is.
Wow.
Yep.
And
Now-
yes, CC.
What makes that map stand out from the rest of your maps? What would you say is different in that?
It was my second map, so I had a little more knowledge, and I learned how to flatten the land. And Mr. T-Bone can tell you a story about flattening the land. I was making a land bridge, and I was trying to smooth that sucker out forever. And then Mr. T-Bone says, "Oh, you just push this button and this button, and you can level everything out." You remember that?
Yep.
God, that was funny. Hey, Shamey Man, welcome to the vlog. Shamey Man, if you have any questions, please go ahead and answer. But what makes it stand out? Basically, it's land surrounded by water everywhere, and you can even cut the trees down in the swamp. And the swamp is so shallow you can drive through it. You can actually farm in the swamp, so which is pretty cool. So,
Now,
yes,
That's really cool.
yeah.
now in 22, do you think dynamic mud will be a standard, or is that something maybe that you can add to the?
I'm hoping it's probably not going to be a standard, but it's probably something we'll be able to add, like we do in 19. I've never added dynamic mud to a map. I know Mr. T-Bone has. He's added in a few of his maps, and but that'd be cool if it was like a base game. If they had a base game where you could just plop it in through Giants Editor and not have to worry about a script or anything trying to do dynamic mud. That'd be so cool, so cool. But I don't even know if that question was posed to Giants. Hello, Epic Domain, welcome.
Amy Man's in here too.
And Shamey Man's in here, yep.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I do believe that map went to Giants, correct?
That map, yes, that map and St. Croix Flowage both went to Giants. That map is only on the PC side of Giants, though. Synchro Floge is both on console and PC. And something else I don't have videos in here of is we never did a video on Dark Forest. Dark Forest is another map by Mr. T-Bone that went to both console and PC. So that was his first. And we'll give Silver Eagle a plug. Silver Eagle, his Upper Lake Farm, went to console and PC. And as well as our last map, which we'll get to later, is also went to console and PC, Jack Pine. So, so we'll watch a little bit of Daylight. We'll watch Daylight in the Swamp, and then we'll come back. This is a little longer video, so stay tuned. We got a question. We got a question from the gallery before we do this. Will you guys make maps for the new Farming Simulator? Yes. T-Bone, why don't you answer that first?
All right. In my eyes, yes, I can say we are going to try. First, we have to have the Giants editor.
Absolutely.
And then we're going to have to see and study on it a little bit to see how much changes that is being released on the new.
Yep. And I plan on making some maps. I know I want to make a few forestry maps, and I really have I think I have the drive that I want to make a farming map. I want to make a American type farming map. It's probably not going to be as good as all the other big map makers out there, but I'm going to give it a shot, and and we'll see what happens.
Well,
yes.
Can I help you on that?
Yeah.
Hey, never say never.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's true.
if you put your time and heart in it, you can do anything they can do.
Right. I know Cece plans on making maps for 22, and Brennan, he probably wants to make a map or two. So, but anyway, yeah. And
Cece was wondering what's the next map in our private chat.
the next map is I gotta show it. I didn't play the video. It's Daylight and Swamp. The next map after that is Deserted Islands. So, hey Bruce, welcome. We're just getting ready to watch Daylight in the Swamp. Stay tuned. All right, we're going to cut that video short. I didn't realize that was that long. I'm so sorry. CC, I answered you in chat. And welcome Crunch's Banana. Crunch and CC, they help us out quite a bit. They help me and Mr. T-Bone out quite a bit with Discord stuff and map making, and they're really good friends. And Crunch Banana is my son, and he helps us out immensely. And did you get my message?
I did.
CC.
I did.
So yeah, that was a long video, so I cut that one short there. I didn't realize I put 3 songs in there. Sorry. Anyway, our next one is Deserted Islands, and that's another one by Mr. T-Bone. And I forget what we're in the map. I mean, how many maps was this by now? Do you recall? For you?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I have no clue.
Yeah. Hey, Detergent Gentleman. Hello, Mom. How are you doing? Mr. J, hello. Welcome, my friend. I'm doing well. We're doing a live vlog here, looking back at all our maps that we had made in FS19. Brennan and myself and Mr. T-Bone and Silver Eagle. And so our next map is Deserted Islands. It's and as you're going through this, you'll notice the progression of how much better we have gotten in making the maps, and using just different techniques and learning and sell points and everything like that. So is there anything special on Deserted Islands that we need to know about?
Well, that's got a brand new texture on it, the blue spruce tree.
Blue spruce. Yeah, that's right. That is a pretty tree. I don't know if I got a close-up of that tree, but definitely if somebody wants to post that website link again, I don't know. I'm sure I'm able to pin it. I should have pinned it earlier. I can try to do that when we go to this next video. But the next video is Deserted Islands. If anybody has any questions about the maps we've made or whatnot, just ask and we'll answer. You can ask any one of us, Brennan, myself, or Mr. T-Bone. CC is he's making his own map. He hasn't got that released yet, but hopefully very soon he'll get that released. And if not, it'll be available in 22. And we're got a good team and support team, and a lot of people with knowledge. We put all our heads together and we accomplish the task. All right, we're going to play Deserted Islands, and okay, hold. How did you guys become friends? Okay, well, of course, my sons, Brennan and Crunch Banana. Of course, that's given. Mr. T-Bone, I was streaming on PlayStation. I was streaming, what is that FDR map that he took off? Logging in a mountain? No.
Grizzly Mountain.
Grizzly Mountain. Yes. And that's where I met Mr. T-Bone. He came into my live streams, and we just started, talking. We kind of hit it up right off the bat. And, I could tell he was genuine, down to earth, and we just started talking on Discord. And let me see if I can pin this. Let's see, pin message. Did that work? Should have pinned the message somewhere. Hopefully I pinned that in up at the top. It should have. There it goes. Hey, thank you, Julia. Thank you. But anyway, where were we at? What was that question? Became friends. So T-Bone, I met way back when I was playing PlayStation, and then he started saying him and Six Wheeling. They started saying, "You need to come to the dark side." I said, "What is the dark side?" And they're saying, "PC, buddy, PC, 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 LOL." That's
I
all they
got my
wrote in chat.
PC.
Hey, that's all they wrote in chat was PC, 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 LOL. And that's how me and Mr. T-Bone became friends.
With me, I had my PC before him.
CC, we met. How did we meet CC? We met him through, I believe, Luke, correct?
No, it was through another modder actually.
Oh, through
and I
another
started
modder?
hanging out with you guys quite a bit.
Uh-huh.
And it's, like you said, it was a genuine group that cared about each other. And it wasn't toxic in here, and it's just a nice environment to play and learn and grow. And there's never anything that was ever secretive. If you knew how to do something, you showed somebody. And you worked on your own stuff.
Right.
And you grew as a group.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Cece said it the best right there. Yeah, we learn and grow together, and we feed off each other. Our energies and really have a good time. Now, Silver Eagle, unfortunately, is not going to be home for a couple more hours, but Silver Eagle, me and Brennan, or I met him. I'm the kind of like a social butterfly. I'm on PlayStation, so I'm going into people's servers that are open, and I said, "Well, do you need help?" And some of them I was like, no. Silver Eagle, I went in his server. He was on FDR loggings, Pacific Inlet.
Yeah.
And I started logging with him. He didn't trust me at first, but we worked up that friendship, and we were logging about every night or any time he could, especially on weekends. But we ended up cutting every single tree off Pacific Inlet using various techniques. We used a lot of
chainsaws.
With chainsaws, and we'd have the hook on the tractor and pick the tree up and put it into the placeable chipper, the Jen's wood chipper, the placeable one, and you put it in a certain way. And Brennan and Matt met 21 years ago. Harley. Yes, we did. But we cut down every single tree on that map with various techniques. And I think what the cool thing is, I got back off vacation one time, and me and Brennan did a live vlog. So I didn't have a PlayStation camera, so I did a live vlog like the guy behind the camera, the guy behind the the controller or whatever, because I didn't have a camera. FDR came into that live vlog, and he said, "Are you the Matt that's cutting all the trees down on Pacific Inlet?" I said, "Yeah." And he said he'd like to see the video when we cut down the last tree, and I ended up emailing him the video link. So, all going back to your corner. Deserted Islands. So, Deserted Islands, this is the next video, Deserted Islands. And we're going to see Mr. T-Bone's creation. It's a multi-island map with land bridges getting to each island. So here is Deserted Islands.
Okay.
Alrighty, that was, where were we at? We were at Deserted Islands. So that was Deserted Islands. Our next map is, we got a few more maps to look at. We got Lost Island, we got the Cliff, we got Tower Rock, which is Silver Eagles, we got Camp Redwood, Monument Valley is mine, Party Island, and then High Stacker.
Real quick, Matt.
Yes.
In reference to that Deserted Islands map, you know, it's a nice map layout, I think, that has a lot of room in the landings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and a question for all of you guys. I think there's a lot of room for production mods in that. With productions being part of 22, is that a goal of all of yours to include productions in the next map?
In mine it is. I want to include it. I am hoping it's going to be centered around the placeable system, and which would be really cool, where you would just put the building down, get the coordinates, and plug them in, and it would work. I'm hoping that's how it would work. Kind of like your sawmill, kind of like your grain sell point.
Now, how do you feel about that, T-Bone?
Yeah, I'm going to try my best. You know, it's mostly mine will be logging maps, but I am going to try to put the production sawmill in there, because if it's 2, we'll have production sawmill finally. So, and it's base game, you know, in-game base game stuff. So,
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to at least try to do.
Mm-hmm.
So with some of the new technology or features, if you will, do you foresee your guys releasing the maps that you did in 19 at all as a makeover in 22?
That is a good question.
I don't know.
As far as the conversion process, I think trying to convert, I'm not too sure how that process works. I still don't know. I don't understand. You got a lot of modders out there that are already making maps for 22, but I don't understand. If you get far into it, then I don't understand where to put stuff in the XML. I'm kind of handicapped on that end.
Well, that's something we can definitely work towards as a goal, though, you know, and we can learn.
Right.
Well, can I make another point? And
Yeah.
it's nothing bad towards the other, you know, modders and map makers that are, you know, going to try, and I hope they, you know, to convert maps. But, you know, if you go back and you look at Giants stated that in the very first place, that you won't be able to convert a 19 map to 22. It's in their podcast.
Yeah,
And I
that
don't
was
know
in their
if people-
podcast. Yeah.
And I don't know if people overlooked that and didn't pay attention, or if maybe they're thinking, well, they're building this map, you know, if it's a will, it's a way, you know. So I mean, it's a possibility, and if it is, that's good. I feel 110%. I give them all the props in the world, but I don't understand. I'm gonna wait. Personally, I'm waiting until the new editor comes out. Everything I do bring for 22 will be. It will probably be new.
Right. Well, certainly we can bring DEMs. I'm probably certain we can bring a DEM. So if you wanted the same lay of the land but make it look different in a way.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
But I
it?
think November 22nd definitely brings a lot of anticipation and anxiety for a lot of people.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. Julia says, please say Mr. T-Bone is going to bring his last map to 22 on console. So is the last map, you're talking about that farming map, McLean County, Julia? So I'm pretty sure that's the map she's talking about. I know she's not into forestry and cutting down trees. But McLean County, that is an awesome map. That would be an idea. That would be an idea for some cool terrain, Mr. T-Bone.
Yep.
So,
Oh yeah.
and then if
You
you
know.
just bring the DEM and then you have the layout of the land, then you just redesign it with the new Giants header. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
And it's a possibility. You know, I ain't gonna say never because
Mm-hmm.
I mean you just never know with me.
Uh,
If I get motivated and and wanted to do something like that, then I'm gonna try my
Yeah.
best to do it.
right, right. Cool. Cool. And our next map is Lost Island. Now this map, Mr. T-Bone's playing with fire. So, no pun intended. I think you're playing with fire. I'm not sure what else you're doing on this. I don't know if you're playing
I
with
got mud and
I think you're playing with real mud. I don't know if this video is the one that has a dynamic mud, because somebody earlier in chat, or maybe it was CC, talked about dynamic mud.
Yeah.
This is one of the maps I think Mr. T-Bone put dynamic mud in, so which is very, very cool.
yes sir.
But literally, Mr. T-Bone was playing fire on Lost Island. Here we go.
And the motivation to do it, then you can do anything you want to do.
Determination.
All right, that was where you had that real mud. I think that was awesome. That real mud. I think that real mud is cool. So we got just a little update. We got the Cliff, Tower Rock, Camp Redwood. So those are the next three. So the Cliff is next. That's another Mr. T-Bone map. Just a different design, and of course, you've used new textures on the map. Is there anything else you would want to touch about, guys, in here? While we're
The wire bridge.
Oh, is that on the? You got a wire bridge on the cliff? Did I? I think I got that in the video. I think I did. The wire bridge. Yeah, Mr. T-Bone found a wire bridge somewhere. That's very sketchy. He's only used it in 2 of his maps, and the other map he used it in was Winter Solstice. But like I said,
Yeah.
Farmer Cop did a lot of our first look videos, so I didn't do a video on Winter Solstice. A lot of our later maps we didn't do videos on because Farmer Cop would do a nice video on it. So the Farmer Cop's been very, very instrumental and helping us. He really likes us. And if anybody here that's not following Farmer Cop, you guys need to follow Farmer Cop. His YouTube channel, just Farmer Cop. Type in Farmer Cop. We found him at 2,000. Now he's well above 40. Maybe more. I don't know. 40,000. So again, if you have any questions in chat, make sure you type that in chat, and we'll answer your questions. And we'll go from there. We'll watch the cliff. Lumberjacks, welcome to the cliff. We're back. We're back with the gang. That was the cliff, everybody. Our next map is Tower Rock, and I believe CC has some questions for us on Tower Rock, or no comments. Do you?
On Tower Rock.
Silver Eagles map.
Yeah, Tower Rock actually was a neat map. Silver Eagle's fair game because he's not here tonight, so we can talk about him all we want. We have no rebuttals.
I didn't know if it was Tower Rock or Upper Lake Farm. I know maybe it was Upper Lake Farm. I didn't do a video of Upper Lake Farm, but...
Was it? Okay. Because I remember Silver Eagle's very, very first map. Mm-hmm. He didn't even know what a transform group was. Mm-hmm. You know, and I think that's important because it goes to show that somebody with no computer knowledge that has determination and will can make a map.
Yes.
You know, I constantly hear a lot of people say, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. You know, and by no means would I ever belittle Silver Eagle, but he's done a hell of a job learning and driving to come to the point where he's at.
Yep.
And you can see that in his maps. I think
yes.
Looking over the lineup of maps that you guys have coming up, you know, it's a real attribute that you're going to see a turning point. Even with the last map, the cliff that we just did, that detail is starting to pick up. You're going to start seeing more detail in all the maps. You know, more like decoration objects, if you will.
Yeah.
And it really takes off. I think you guys have done a great job with that.
Well, thank you, CC. Appreciate that feedback. That is awesome. That you know, that's another thing that inspires us. All the feedback we get, and especially with our own team members, CC, he really you know, pushes us. We do this, you know. On Mr. T-Bone's McLean County, rejoice! I have arrived. Cricket, hello and welcome. So McLean County, you know, I don't know if it was more me or Mr. T-Bone, but like we need to have these doors working on these garages, and CC went through us, and I mean it's all like a foreign language when you're programming something for a door to go up and down. It's just like, God, I have no idea what I'm doing. It was really...
Amy Man has a question.
Yes, how important is it to motivate and swap ideas with each other? I think it's very important, because if we didn't swap ideas, I mean, we'd just be stuck in our own little rut. We're expanding our knowledge. We're trying to expand our knowledge and what we're capable of doing. T-Bone?
And can I throw in there another thing too on that point? We actually try to throw each other out of our safety box.
Yes.
And so, and when we do that, then we learn more.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
they're very, very, very important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Well, I've said to all the guys before, you know, if you give a man a fish, he eats for the day. If you teach him how to fish, he eats for life. And
Right.
there's been many, many times where one of the guys will come up and say, "Can this be done?" And I'll say, "Yeah, it can be." And they say, "Can you do it?" And I say, "No."
No, yeah, that's exactly what he tells us. He says, no, but I will show you how to do it.
You know, if I can teach you how to do something, you can learn that. Then you've got it for every map afterwards. You know, to be honest with you, then you bother me every time you want to do a map and say, "Hey, can you do this?" You know, and I have to say, you know, yes. And not that I wouldn't do that for, you know, any of you guys, but you know, my big thing is if we can teach you how to do it, then you can do those things, and then when there's something I want to know, rather than you doing it, you teach me, and again, we all grow and you know, get better.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know, and even with McLean County, you know, I know how to do a lot of the placeable stuff, but there were still things that I had to learn. There were still things that threw curveballs. So even something that somebody knows, there's always something in Giants that it's one letter different, one word different, whatever it is, and it can really mess up the whole programming. Love it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you get one little space in that XML, and the whole thing goes to crap. You know, we got other modders watching the chat. Beck's probably been through the same thing. You know, you get something in the wrong place, and you're wondering why something doesn't work. And and welcome Mouse. Mouse popped in here, and we got Cricket in here, and we saw Shamey Man had that question. So welcome everybody. We're doing a live vlog on just kind of looking back at all our maps that we made. We're a little over halfway through. We got a few more, and but we're just kind of talking about the maps that we made, and then showing the little teaser videos that we have made. Also, Farmer Cop has done a lot of first look for us, first look videos, and so I mean, go look our maps up on Farmer Cop's YouTube channel. He made a lot of our first look videos. So
and a touch on that motivation thing again. I think Matt brings up a good point. You know, when he goes and thanks all the viewers that are coming in and watching. You know, it takes a community to raise a child. You know, is another thing I tell these guys a lot of times. And like, you know, he says the name Bex. Unfortunately, I haven't had a whole lot of time to work with her. However, she's been instrumental, I know, in helping you guys.
Yes, she has. She's been Bex has been very, very instrumental in helping us and you know, giving us advice
and there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people that do that. You know, it's not like there's a Discord of the Shantyboys that is just like the brains of the farming community. You know, we learn things from other people as much as we learn things from each other. As much as we do our own research through YouTube or Giants or somebody else's mistake or looking at something and saying, "Hey, I can do that better." You know, that's not a slide against anybody.
Oh, Bex. Bex said, "Shh." You are awesome, Bex. I mean, I'm so glad we met Bex. I'm so glad we met each other. I mean, really great community. You know, normally this is a Shanty Boy thing, what we're doing right now, but we're on my channel. Okay, unfortunately we don't have our other channel built up. We only got 34 people. I'd rather have all of you watch, and I don't know how many is watching right now, but I would rather have all of you watching than just maybe 3. It just makes for better back and forth and questions and anything. So
It's a better diversity,
yes,
it's like
yes, absolutely.
having that can do vehicles or maps or pieces of maps, and bringing all those people together is better than having somebody that's good at one thing. Diversity is a really good thing.
So our next map is Silver Eagle's first map. Silver Eagle designed and made Tower Rock. He made a forestry map. He wanted to make a forestry map. And me and Mr. T-Bone spent many hours with him, coaching, showing him how to do things, and stuff like that. Oh, and something else before I move on to Tower Rock. I'm sorry to get off tangent again, but speaking of, we all have our individual talents, okay? Mr. T-Bone is talented with the textures and designing stuff and all those good things. Me, I do all the PDAs for all the maps. We got to tell this story about the first PDA I made. So there used to be this tutorial video out by Mirathus Catalyst that made Wilhelmina Forest. All right, there's a tutorial video out, and you had to take 500,000 little pictures of your PDA. Then you had to stitch them all together, and me and Mr. T-Bone would sit there and say, "Oh, making a PDA is easy," they say. So we'd kid each other back and forth on that, but I just take it in one shot. I just zoom out and adjust some things in the settings and take it in one shot. It may not be the best, but it works. It works, and at least your car stays on the road and not off onto the lake on the right side of the road. So anyway, we're gonna watch Tower Rock.
I raised my hand.
Do what? What, T-Bone?
I raised my hand.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna watch Tower Rock.
Yeah, you have to get it.
That was awesome. That was a good map that Silver Eagle made right there. Tower Rock, everybody, by Silver Eagle. And unfortunately, Silver can't be here. And we got, let's see if we have any questions in the chat. I like the campfire. Oh yeah, Cricket, that campfire is pretty cool. You can also we can also put that in through Giant's editor with the, it's part of the, what do you call them, the placeables or whatever. And yes, Wilhelmina is fun. Wilhelmina, I've had many hours on console on Wilhelmina. Beck says, I have to say it has been my pleasure doing things with you guys. I'm always happy to help you, and we have a little fun on the way. Absolutely, Bex, absolutely. Then Bex also said, if it wasn't for the Shantyboys, Mouse 2222, and some others, Mouse 2222, sorry, and some others, I would have stopped doing things for FS19 long ago. I definitely want to try that map. And Julia posted the website. If anybody needs the website is at the top, pinned to the top of the chat. If anybody needs a website, wants to look around, feel free to look around. Just don't click on a Discord link. We're temporarily don't have that going yet, but very soon, possibly this weekend, I'm going to create new links. So I'll talk to T-Bone about that later. The next one is Camp Redwood. Now, Camp Redwood is a scary map. It's got a lot of cool things in there. This map was awesome. I think this is a spooky, yeah. This this is going to be your Halloween map, so it's good. Good role play map, good everything, all around everything map. There is watch out for Well, go ahead, T-Bone.
I made this a month before Halloween of that year.
Of last year, a month before Halloween, Mr. T-Bone made this map. It's pretty cool, and like I said, make a great role play map. Great whatever. In fact, speaking of role play, do you remember when the squad started a series on this map but never finished it?
Yeah.
They did like two episodes. The squad did 2 episodes on Camp Redwood, but they never finished the map. I was like, oh man, never finished their role play series on it. So I don't know.
I bet they forgot about it or they got busy.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think that was pretty cool. I found that out. You know, a lot of times me and Mr. T-Bone will sit here on YouTube and just search, and we'll type in our map and see what's going on. I mean, we haven't done that in a long time, so we're probably far behind times. Thank you, Bex. Thank you for the like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and then thank you for that. Next map, Halloween map, Camp Redwood.
Before we head into that,
yes.
Matt, I think the viewers are going to see probably a red lake or a pond.
Yes.
What was your driving force behind that, T-Bone? And this is something I actually just learned.
Yeah, it just it was supposed to be a blood lake, because you'll see in the video of certain things that's sitting next to this little blood lake, and it was supposed to be spooky because it was right before Halloween. Nobody brought nothing out like it, so why not?
Cool. Well, we'll go into the video and we'll see what that's all about. Camp Redwood, a quaint, peaceful camp surrounded by a few giant redwoods. Families would come to this camp from far and near for rest and relaxation. Families went fishing in one of the lakes on the property. On Sundays, many campers attended services at the local church. Camp Redwood was the perfect camp, or so it seemed, up until the summer of '69. Campers started coming up missing. The local police had to be called in to investigate. In a nearby town, Logger Bob escaped from the insane asylum, never to be found. From then on, the camp was left abandoned. Welcome to Camp Redwood, Scary Island.
That church.
Yeah. You
Maybe
come
I'll
up with the
Boo!
weirdest designs ever, don't you?
Did I scare everybody? Cricket, thank you. Looks great. Music's a little horror-esque. I'm thinking Wrong Turn or The Hills Have Eyes. Lol. Yeah, that's the feeling. That's the feeling because you don't want Logger Bob to get you. Logger Bob escaped from the insane asylum. Yeah. All right. So that was awesome, Matt. And I love how we came up with the backstory of that map. So next map is a map by me, Monument Valley. So a little something about the map. I don't know if any of you have heard about Monument Valley, Utah, with all those big rock formations. So I found a map that I could use that had the red dirt, and I played. That was my map, on my only map, one of my only maps. Or I had two maps that I did it, but I played around with some tree textures. So I got some pretty cool looking red trees, and I built a custom tunnel out of rock and stretched the rock out. And so, is there anything you want to ask me? You guys want to ask me about Monument Valley?
I do. Where did you just wanted to build that map off the top of your head on the edge, or did you have it planned out?
It was just off the top of my head. I was thinking, like, what would be a cool area? You know, it doesn't have pine trees, but what would be a cool area with some cool formations? And I was thinking, Monument Valley, Utah. I want to try to make those formations in a map. So, if anybody's not familiar with Monument Valley, Utah, look up, Google some pictures. Not right now though. Google some pictures of Monument Valley, Utah, and you'll see that it looks pretty darn cool. It's all that red rock and little monuments. Big, I mean not little. I'd say little, but they're big monuments. And I think Cece, do you have any questions on Monument Valley?
I don't. Again, I think that there's some nice textures as far as like decorations and buildings, and I think you guys you do a nice job laying out the static objects. You guys point out.
This is my second or third map. I had a fourth map, which is a combo map. It was Shantyville. I never did a video on that, but Farmer Cop did a tour on Shantyville. It's a combo map, farming and forestry. So check that out. Shantyville is pretty cool. It's got some pretty cool buildings in there. I went all out because I knew I wasn't going to console. Went to PC. So, but it's all set up for you to farm. It's got a bunch of big fields, and then the rest is forestry. And then it's got all animals, even a horse paddock off by itself in the woods. But Monument Valley is based in Utah, and basically very beginner map if you're into forestry, very beginnerish. It's flat, totally flat. No hills to climb. You're just logging, pure logging. So let's take a look at Monument Valley. All right, Monument Valley, awesome. I kind of remember when I made each video. It was just like
Yeah.
all the work that goes into it and everything. Now,
I
now we're
got
going
a
to
question.
party. We're going to party. We're going to party on Party Island. We're going to party. Okay,
I
guys.
got just one question.
Yes, Brennan.
So with all you guys' maps, we remember always had I caught everything like every floating tree. All you guys' maps.
Yeah, Brennan catches all our floating trees. We'll get done with the map in days before we release it. Days before. Brennan says, I found a floating tree. And so we have to go back
Yep.
and unzip it, freaking fix the dang tree. One tree that's floating.
Hey, you zip it back
Brennan.
up.
Brennan does that.
Brendan or a comedian. Yeah.
Did I find another problem after you guys fixed it?
Doesn't let us live it down. Yeah.
So our next map is Party Island. This was a fun map. Fun little map that we did in what? 3 weeks? 2 weeks?
3 weeks. Yeah, 2.5, 3 weeks.
2.5, 3 weeks. Yeah, unfortunately this
In
one.
between-
Unfortunately, I don't think Giants would like this one. So
No, it was in between.
in between what, buddy?
Projects.
Oh yeah, it was in between
Yeah.
projects. Yeah, absolutely, it was. It was, and just a place where the lumberjacks, after they get done with a hard day's work, can go and unwind. So,
And speaking of
Yeah.
Giants, it used to be times, for the subscribers that, maybe don't know this, but why don't all of your maps go to console and go to Giants?
the reason all our maps don't is because Giants has certain rules with texture arrays where you either have to use an American or European, or you have to only use like one. Like if you're going with an American map, it has to be American array textures. It can't be European textures on an American map, or it can't be, vice versa. The American on a European. I think I just said that. I don't know. I'm just speaking. But yeah, it's the big thing is the textures. The buildings we use, some of our maps are custom. We use name brand buildings. Some of my maps, there's a restaurant in there, and they don't allow name brand stuff. It has to be, I think you can edit a sign to make it something generic, but it can't be name brand.
Trademarks and stuff. Yeah.
No trademarks, and that's the big reason. Texture arrays and that. If not, the Giants does have a handy dandy testing tool that me and Mr. T-Bone have found very handy in taking care of that. So we if we wanted to, if we tried really really hard, we could do that. We could run that testing tool, but we'd have to strip down a map, and that leads. I guess that would lead me into maybe Upper Lake Farm. So
Yeah.
Silver released Upper Lake Farm to PC. Silver Eagle released it to PC. But then I said, Silver, this map is just great. It's great. I want to run the testing tool on it. I want to see if we can bring this to console. I had to Silver had to remove everything off that map. I think I ended up doing that, and then Cece helped, and we put our heads together. And we used the DEM. We used some of those files, the DEM, the lay of the land, the water, and everything. We kept all the land formation the same. We kept the fields the same. Then we just imported new objects and every time we imported an object, I would ask Silver at the end of the day to send me the map so I could test it to see if it passed. So passed. Then Giants, when we finally did submit it, Giants sent it back, I believe 3 times. And the third time, I was about ready just to throw the dang thing in the trash bin. And
I
Brennan
came in.
And then Brennan came in. Mr. T-Bone was online with me. And
No, he wasn't.
I think you were. That morning you were, weren't you, buddy? When we were, the third time we submitted
cool.
Upper Lake?
Yeah. Yep. And Brendan was throwing. Said, "No, you're not.
He says, "No,
You're
you're
not
not
throwing
throwing
it
it
away."
away. No, you're not." And it was over snow mask, and I couldn't figure out what they were wanting with this up there. We have a water plane. What is IS water plane? And finally figured that out. And you got to know how to read. After a while, you know how to read what they want. And
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it was
Your face was bloodshot red.
There you go. There's Brenda's famous terminology. My face was bloodshot red when that happened. I was like, yeah, I was pissed. But then I submitted back in the next day. Very next day, they approved it. I called Silver. I says, "Congratulations, you got a map on console." And he said, "Awesome."
You know, and for like new people getting into mapping, I think you want to keep that in mind. That unfortunately, Giants have rules that are probably thicker than the IRS tax code.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think you figured it out, they file another rule under a subsection of haha, you didn't know.
Yeah.
We got you and we changed the rules.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't mean that you can't be a map maker just because it goes to Giants or doesn't go to Giants. And I think that you guys have done a lot of hard work getting your stuff to Giants, and it attributes to your tenacity and your determination to get that done.
Right.
So it can be done, but as a new map maker, it's tough to get right into that.
Right.
And be accepted by Giants, so don't be discouraged.
Well, and the same thing happened to me with Sprucewood Farmstead. Mr. T-Bone can tell you that. I got it sent back 5 times, and they still want more frickin' detail. And I'm not the best at making roads, okay? So they wanted roads in, so I'm putting real roads in, and the roads look like crap. I'm like, I'm not going to submit this. It looks like crap. I'm like, how do you make a road downhill? I don't even know how to do that. So I'm raising and lowering land, and I'll tell you what. Anyway, Sprucewood Farmstead is out on our website. That's a combo map. It's forestry and farming. So, let's talk about Brennan. Thank you, Mom, for reminding me. Brennan made a map, Cataract Falls, and that's another combo map, forestry and farming. It has 6 fields in it and all the sell points. Brennan did all the design on the map. Silver Eagle assisted him with making sure the waterfall looked okay.
Yeah.
Brennan put ducks in the lake and fish swim in, and I helped Brennan with all the field creation and PDA and all the sell points, and Mr. T-Bone helped
he
Brennan
was really happy with the map.
with the trees.
With the map.
Yeah, Mr. T-Bone helped Brennan with all the trees, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And unfortunately, Mom, I don't have a video of that because I did not do a video of Brennan's map. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Farmer Cop did a really nice video because a lot of you don't know Brennan has some learning disabilities, and I told Farmer Cop that, and Farmer Cop worked it into his video. Says even if you have a disability, you can do anything. You can do anything you want if you have a disability. So kudos to Brennan. Kudos to Mr. T-Bone. Thumbs up.
Determination's a big thing,
Yes.
and both of those guys come up with some hellacious ideas
Yes.
that have, changed a lot of things for this group, I think.
Mm-hmm.
For the positive.
Yep. Absolutely.
Everybody looks at things in a different light.
So we're going to party like Cricket said. We're going to party like it's 1999. Let's go party on Party Island. Yes, pretty risque, if you ask me. That was an awesome map. Good job. Good job, guys. Now, our last video that we want to share with you is the high stack.
Wait.
Wait. We got asked questions about the map.
Oh, okay. Let's ask questions about the map.
Well, it ain't that. We got another map. We said that we were going to talk about later. That was a group effort. It was on console. The last one.
Jack Pine.
Did I forget it? Shit, where's Jack Pine? I thought I
Well,
put
we can
Jack
talk
Pine in here. Oh, here, let me take care of that real quick. Because I think I recorded it. I'm going to program here on the fly. I'm going to program here on the fly. Alright, I'm programming on the fly, guys, so give me a second.
I just thought about it. I'm sorry.
I thought I had Jack Pine in here.
Well, I knew somebody brought it up. I think it was Shaming Man at the
Silver.
very beginning. There's Silver.
Welcome to the live vlog, Silver.
Oh, he's talking. Huh?
Done.
Now the screen is black.
Just hold on.
Silver's here, so now it's no longer fair game. You have to stop talking.
What we talked about last one.
Okay, hold on. Stop. All right. Hey, Silver Eagle is in the house.
So we need to talk about Party Island.
We need to talk about Party Island. We do. We have to talk about that. Cricket loves Jack Pine. And since Silver's here, Silver, we talked about your Tower Rock. Is there anything you want to talk about with Tower Rock? About making the map or anything?
First map, it was a pain in the butt.
It was a pain in the butt. But you got help with it, and we helped you, taught you a few things, right? Hopefully,
Yep.
good things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
hopefully I can remember how to do all that stuff when 22 comes out.
Yeah, I know. That's what I think. That's the fear. I think that's the fear. What we all are experiencing is the
Change.
fear of change. But was there? So we just reviewed Party Island. That was a pretty risque map. Was there anything on that map? No, or do we want to move forward to Jack Pine? So
Whatever you want to do.
Julia loves Jack Pine. Jack Pine, we wanted to try to bring one final map to console and PC. So, kind of another story behind this map. Like, Giants has made it known that they told other modders they weren't accepting forestry maps.
Mm-hmm.
And we went ahead and submitted it. And they took it.
And people were not very happy.
There were certain people that were not very happy with it. So, but got it submitted to console. It's a very, very nice laid out forestry map. Got all your sell points on there. So you can start your own farm. You can cut down trees. You also got open areas. You can you can plow up and start your own farm and do whatever. So all the grass is mowable. Is there anything you can think of, CC, on Jack Pine?
There's not off the top of my head right now.
Okay. We'll watch the Jack Pine video. Here we go. This is our last map.
allegedly says you're not going to be able to convert things from 19 to 22.
All right.
Oh, boy.
That was Jack
Yep.
Pine. Thank you so much, Julia. Thank you for those kind words. Julia, thanks to, we did a great job on them with the lay of the trees on that map. Thank you, Julia. Appreciate your kind words. Thank you. Thank you. So that was Jack Pine. That was our very last map. Well, besides the Muddy Creek Remastered, one of the very last projects. So that brings us to, I believe, the High Stacker. So before we even get into the High Stacker, me and Mr. T-Bone were wanting to make a placeable crane. But we had the idea to use, I got permission from FDR and used his High Stacker. I asked him if we could edit it. He said, sure, go have it. Go ahead and do what you want to it. Take it apart. Whatever you want to do with it. So we did. We figured
That's
some
funny.
stuff out, and I really want to thank CC and a new member to our team, Owen. And Owen lives over in the UK, and he can't be with us. But if you're listening, Owen, thank you so much. I know it wasn't totally you guys, because there were things that clicked when we would say something. Owen was like, "Oh yes," and he'd type it in XML, and just start getting the things start coming to life. Like within after the majority of stuff was done, 3 days the things started coming to life. It was amazing. But I want to thank CC and Owen for all their help with this mod. This is a mod.
And again, it's a team effort, and I was just thinking about that. If you look at the group we have right now, look at the age spread between all of us. I think Mr. T-Bone's probably the oldest.
No.
You're in an AARP board. Oldest.
What?
So
I am
is
50.
13.
No, but I mean, there's probably a good solid 20, years and change between all of us. And, one of us will look at something and express some thoughts or some concerns or whatever, and the rest of us will look at them and be like, no, they're crazy. What are they thinking? But then when they explain themselves a little, they might not know how to complete that task, but they've got the ideas and the bones of it, and that's how things come together. Again, each of us have our own little niche and different pieces and parts of the puzzle and look at things differently.
Yeah.
Some of us do well with placeables and terrain and textures and stuff like that. Owen's great at doing vehicles.
Yes, he's awesome.
It's a hard game, I think, to try to master vehicles and maps because there's so much to learn. And when you start to master it, they come out with a new year for the game, and they change everything on you. Just the changes from 17 to 19 were scary, and going to 22, hang on. When they tell you can't do conversions, it's going to get interesting.
I'm worried about the waterfall.
Well, yeah, because
Why are you worried about
well,
the
that's
They might
well-
change stuff.
that's another point. That's another point, again, if y'all don't mind. They did state that. I mean, Matt's heard that too. And their podcast stated it out of their own mouth that you won't be able to convert a FS19 map to FS22.
Yeah.
Now, knowing if it's that's all these great people and modders and map makers out there, make that go. And
Uh-oh, we're having...
they do.
You're breaking up way back.
I give them 110% props. 'Cause
Right. Right.
T-Bone, you might have to reconnect.
No, he's on his phone. He just had it'll get better. But yeah, you're absolutely correct, T-Bone. And we got some very nice comments coming in on the age thing. Cricket, he said it's okay. We support the elderly around these parts. And Julia said everyone is always thinking he's older than he is. And then Beck said he's too old. his hearing would be shot by now, Julia. Cricket said, love you all. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for those comments. But T-Bone, hopefully T-Bone can get, there he goes. There you go. There, you're back, buddy. You can you hear us, bud?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool. So the high stacker, that's our one of our last projects, and thank you for, I want to thank FDR for letting us use. That's the way the modding community should work. I think in some cases, it shows a sign of respect if you ask somebody, may I edit this and use this and put it out there on a website, So FDR was so gracious and letting us use it. We used the older version, I believe, didn't we, T-Bone? Because we didn't use the version that had his new input Z mods, and so we used the older version, and but we came up with this high stacker mod, and we'll watch this little video. It's not too long, so then we'll come back and talk a little bit and then wrap her up. So watch the high stacker. Do this.
Yeah, me, you, and Brennan, we keep the age young here.
Yeah. At me.
You're absolutely
CT,
right,
Brennan.
Cricket. The claw. I think Silver said it better. Go ahead, Silver.
The claw.
Oh, that was so funny. Ooh, it's the claw, Julia said. Cricket said, I'm tired, ignore me. A little cricket.
To infinity and beyond.
Yeah.
You're
So that's
kiss playpet.
So that's our little baby there. We're going to try to bring that one to 22. Wish us luck. So we'll try to get that out to FS22, and maybe there'll be some options on there where you can unload a bale trailer or something. You never know. But
Probably the next thing we do something like this again is probably be another New Year's stream.
no, yep.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. But that's our little look back video. Guys, got anything in closing you want to say, Brennan?
Hopefully the next game treat us well.
Yeah, hopefully the next game treats us well. Mr. T-Bone,
He just exited.
he did.
Tried to reconnect again.
All right. Do you have anything, CC?
No, I'm just grateful for the group that we've formed and that we've made with all of us, and I think that, it could prove to be fruitful for 22.
Yeah.
And I wish I had a little bit more time, unfortunately, working
Yeah.
through 3 jobs.
Hey, Bobcat.
I am grateful for all of you guys and everything that you guys have done for me and
Mhm.
taught me, and so on and so forth, in the community.
Right.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Diabo?
My internet.
Oh, CC taught me a lot, I tell you.
Yeah, I remember I remember CC working with Silver Eagle on all those transform groups on Upper Lake Farm, and and Silver actually caught on really well because
Yeah.
I'm not the one that uses transform groups like they should be used, so I don't use them. But T-Bone, do you have any closing thoughts?
I hope for all of us to continue to do what we do, and looking forward to the new game, and hopefully bring new things to our content.
Absolutely. Yep.
Lead it to the next level.
Yeah.
And to keep the record straight, me, Brennan, and T-Bone do keep this group young on the age spectrum.
Yeah.
Me and Mr. T-Bone are about the same age. The other two,
Click, scoot, scoot. Click, scoot, scoot.
Matt-
Click, scoot, scoot. Click,
Me and
scoot,
Matt,
scoot.
Matt and I are gonna be in wheelchairs next year.
sharing a room.
Hey, help me with my map, you son of a bitch!
Help me with my map. Yeah, Silver Eagle, if you, what have you taken away from FS19? Do you got any thoughts about making maps or anything? Or
Well, yeah, I still got Waterfall Hills in my head. It's gonna be slightly different because I don't think they're gonna have the. We'll see if they have the mods for it from FDR. If someone can come up with the flight script.
yeah.
But,
Mom, I'll see you later, Mom. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you.
But I got some serious changes coming to it if I do it because it's going to be a farming map and logging map.
Oh, so combo map. I think there was. I heard some comments somewhere, but people kind of like the combination maps. Have a little bit of everything. So you get bored
Well,
with one.
That's one thing I wish I kind of, making Upper Lake. I wish I would have, over there by, I can't remember what field, but over by the waterfall over there.
Yeah, you got a little forestry area there, though. I mean,
yeah, I wish I would have added a few more trees. That's all.
Right.
In that field out there, I should have expanded. I've seen some people saying on some of the videos I went and watched of the first look.
Right.
Other people's first looks, and people were saying, I wish it had more trees over in that area, and I'm like, yeah, I have to agree with that. They gave them something to do, while their crops were growing, I guess.
Right.
But like I told everyone early in the process of making that map, it was mainly for placeables.
Yeah.
Because that's what I like doing. I like finding maps where, hey, I could put a bunch of placeables over here. I could build my own farm.
Right. Absolutely.
That's
a good idea too. That's what Mr. T-Bone did in his McLean County. He put that big placeable area in.
You can't please everybody though.
No, you can't. Whatever you do. People have. Thanks, Bex. I don't know if I'm going to update Windows 11. I don't know. I need to ask my oldest son. So, I'm really still unsure about 11. I know it's waiting, Bex. Thank you.
The Westbits also has Windows 10.
Yeah, all of them have 10. I got 11, and but I don't know. I'm still unsure about it. So far, it's working good with Farming Simulator and ATS. There's no issues because they said. But I imagine the issues we were talking earlier, off stream. I imagine the issues are like I was talking to Shaming Man and Cricket, I believe. I imagine the issues are your more higher end games and stuff, the more graphic intense games.
Well,
that's what I'm worried about.
My computer repairman, he does it for a living. Been doing it for 40 years. It's not with Intel processors. It's just with Verizon
Yeah,
processors.
like my processor and
Uh-huh.
Destin's processor,
What do I have?
Intel.
Intel?
Intel.
Okay.
What's up with the Ryzen's doing that?
I don't know. It's
It's
a conflict or
slowing them
something.
down.
Hmm?
Yeah, they said they're slowing them down for some reason.
You think they would fix that?
Yeah, they're supposed to be. They released. They said that what my computer repair guy said that they are working on a update for Windows to fix it.
And processor, yeah, yeah.
That's what I need to come up with.
Cricket
Is
said
a new
AMD
processor.
processors.
But we're doing good with Windows 10 right now, right?
Oh yeah, you guys are good. You guys are fine.
Like,
You guys are fine.
Well, I'm
So-
hoping to get my PC updated for 22.
are you just gonna do processor?
He's going to get the i5.
He does know his PC supports Ryzen.
I don't know. His son knows what to get him.
Yeah, we already looked it up. It's like 280 bucks.
Yeah, we have Ryzen 5.
It's because the Windows built Windows 11 around the new Alder Lake Intel processors. Oh, okay. Okay, Cricket. Yep. And kind of left AMD out of the loop.
I could sell my guitar amp and go buy it.
Then we wouldn't be able to hear your wonderful music. Yeah, I guess I should maybe download that update, Cricket. So,
Yeah, you could do it when you go off tonight.
yeah,
Oh, his PC will update it fast. You know that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is
we
it-
went to. Me and the family went out to a corn maze tonight. And
That's
I
good to
didn't
hear,
want-
Cricket. Thank you.
didn't want to disappoint the wife and family.
Yeah.
The fact that
I was
Beck said the fact that Microsoft and Intel have always worked together, and it's another example of Microsoft trying to control the market like they did to Netscape. Intel. Okay.
Monopoly.
Monopoly.
yeah, my motherboard supports AMD processors, AMD Ryzen's.
Hmm.
Like Solver's PC supports AMD Ryzen's.
Hmm. Alrighty, guys. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming in and spending their Friday evening and watching, reading, watching reviews before you update. Okay. All right, Cricket. But I want to thank everybody for coming in, spending their Friday evening with the Shantyboys. The reason, like I said, the reason we did it on this channel is because there's just more of you can come in. I know a lot of you aren't subscribed to our other one. Shantyboys Map Creations is our other YouTube channel. Click on the one with the green. If you find it, click on the one with the green. I don't know if I can. I'm not going to be able to click out of here and share it, but without showing you my messy desktop. But thank you everyone for coming in and watching this vlog and look back at all what we did during FS19. It's been a pleasure to see you all in here and chatting with us. So I want to leave you with.
And
I want to leave. Yeah. Yes, T-Bone.
and thank everybody for downloading and supporting the Shantyboys.
Yes. 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 Is that the right channel, Brendan? Is the one with the green icon?
Yeah.
Okay. So Brendan posted a link to our other, and Julia got the link to our other channel, YouTube channel, for Shantyboys exclusive only content. Normally would stream on there. We only got 34 people in there now, but I wanted, you know, a lot of you aren't subscribed to that, so I wanted people to see it, and I thought this was a good thing, and we're going to be working on a role play at some point when we can get everybody together, and so stay tuned, and we'll try not to disappoint everybody with the maps and whatever else we bring out. So it is Halloween weekend, so I am going to leave you all with my outro for Halloween. So everybody have a good day.